Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Adore Nije. Before we get this video started, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for future notification, and let's get right into this video. Baddies West audition part 2. We're still at the pre-screening where the episode picks out for the two girls fighting for a wristband. They both end up getting a wristband, and like Scotty's like literally jumping like a little hyena behind them while they're fighting, which is ridiculous because while filming Baddies, the girls were getting tired of fighting. They said they didn't want to fight, they just wanted to get to the bag. But here we are at the Baddies audition, encouraging young women to just fight to get on Zeus. Totally not worth it because some of these girls, they fight in, they getting their wigs ripped off. You look crazy, you look stupid. And then these girls are also, they're snitching on themselves because the girl right after that, she was in a pink dress, well, a pink set. She gonna tell the judges she's a scammer. Why does that get her an instant wristband? Like, why are we encouraging criminals and then you're letting them snitch on it? You know what, I can't say they are letting them, the girls are doing it. Like, they feel like they can say anything. Like, sweetie, this can come back on you anytime. The right person in your city to see this, you getting locked up. You thought you was gonna be on Baddies, now you going to jail. And then it gets even worse, y'all. The girl right after that, she literally tells them, hey, I sell little trees. I'm just trying to make it. And then they're like, show me the tree. Show me the tree. And she gonna put it on the freaking judge's desk. And they're just taking it. I don't know if tree is legal in Cali. Not worried about Cali, to be honest. But it's like, y'all are putting y'all lives on a stake for Zeus. Most likely y'all aren't going to be on the show, just like Janine even said. Like, just for a little 2 minutes or 30 seconds of views. Like, come on, be for real. So let me just say, every judge on the show, terrible. The next girl who shows up, she was on a show previously with Krishan, and they gave her a pass just to mend things with Krishan. And they like, well, if you make it the baddies, like, hopefully, you guys can mend stuff. Like, what? What are they really judging off of? I'm not gonna lie, this part really rubbed me the wrong way. As soon as a big girl with natural hair comes up, I don't know if it's really her hair, but it don't matter. Anyway, Jayla screams next. And like, this is a constant thing of the girls. They'll be like, next, next. Soon as a girl just show, like, you don't like how she looks. What if she got personality? Like, y'all ain't nothing good, that great to look at either. So that was really like pissing me off. The only person who was like really giving the girls a chance was Scotty. Like, Scotty was being nice. So the contestant snapped back and she stood her ground and she said, you're not gonna next me. And like, she started cursing and she got a little bit too close to the table because when she said, like, when she snapped back at Jayla, Scotty and Rolly did like that. But when she got close to the table, y'all, Bree just attacked her. And I just found that extremely whack. Because out of all these contestants that came up to the table and was talking their ish, you attack her for what? Literally no reason. So once the girl fights Bree back, here comes Scotty. She's trying to get to her. I just found this part extremely cringing and hard to watch. So Scotty's yelling like, "Oh, you was about to get a wristband?" And here go Rolly. Where's she at? I want to give her a wristband. I want to give her a wristband. Like, after they broke up the fight, and Bree just stands there. She's just upset. She's like, "That's fake. That's fake." She's so mad that she ends up leaving. So Rolly leaves the room to give the girl the wristband, and she lets her walk in by the girls, and she goes on to to the next round. Bree, yeah, that was so whack of her. But let me, like, guys, let me know how you guys feel about that situation. How was it handled? Personally, me, Bree was out of pocket for that. So the thirst for the Zeus band gets even worse. This one contestant comes up and she's telling them like she's down for whatever, she's down to fight, like, to get her spot to go on to the next round. So another contestant comes up like, what's up, what's up, because Rolly yells out like, anybody gonna fight her for their spot? So they start brawling. The girl who walked up on her wig ended up getting like snatched off. Just a hot behind mess. They end up both getting pink bands at the end of the day, but it's like, this is what y'all gotta do, embarrass yourself on TV, and your wig is off. Miami, your wig is off. This is just sad. Yeah. So after that whole chaotic situation, Scotty went out to go find Bree and to try to bring her back in. And she ends up getting attacked by a contestant who they turned down. And I find it crazy because I'm like, y'all was encouraging these girls to fight, and now you get attacked, and now she's crying wolf. That girl was waiting for her moment. She was waiting and she was scheming on to get onto one of them. But once that girl did hit Scotty, a whole bunch of other girls hit her. Like she ended up getting jumped. Security got her out the building. Woo child, just a mess. Y'all, I'd even mention the white girl who literally walked up from behind this black girl, spit on her, then walked onto the table. Security came and grabbed her. Like that part was just disgusting. But anyways, they are literally wrapping up pre-screening and it's finally done. And now we're headed to the second round. And the judges for that round is Tommie, Natalie, and Sukiana. So the judges of this round are looking for bad girls who has a potential, who has a certain stigma to take care of their family, who has ambition, who's willing to get up in the morning and not waiting for laying around just for somebody to help them, you know. So let's see how long that lasts them looking for these qualities. Let me just say it did not last very long because their first group of girls that came in, they gave a ticket to one of them that raps. You know, she got ambition. The second girl, she was just stripping for them, which Sukiana and Tommie pointed out to Natalie that, you know, that's not what they're looking for. A girl who just is just shaking her titties. Like, are you serious? So it's like Tommie and Suki were trying in the beginning, but then, you know, it slowly faded off and they just started feeding into the baddie, the Zeus way. The Zeus, let's say the Zeus way. So throughout round two, you can see Tommie getting really annoyed of Natalie and how she's acting. At a point, she even tells the girl, like, don't even listen to Natalie because Natalie is just saying anything, which she was. So, guys, I'm not going to talk about all of the groups that were seen. I'm just going to talk about the important ones. So, I'm going to talk about the batch with Lollipop, actually, where she popped up. And the judges asked the girls eventually to do a dance competition. When Tommie found out Lollipop was a part of Jocelyn Cabaret, she didn't even want to give her a chance. She said, you know what, get out of here. Like, you're whack. You know, the Jocelyn and Tommie beef. But they end up doing the dance competition, and all the girls on that, in that batch actually end up going to the third round. So even after all of that, this girl still gets a ticket from Natalie just because of her looks. Natalie says she's a bad girl. Like, Tommie acts like where like she wasn't presenting anything. She was just saying her name. So Suki even said like Natalie just giving a ticket to anyone, which is true. So while grabbing her ticket, you know, the girls came up and Tommie's like, "Oh, why y'all coming? Like, do y'all want to fight?" And Stunner Girl had her shoes off and Suki kept asking her. So her and Suki had a little back and forth. Like she's saying, like, you know what it is, you know what it is. And so they end up fighting. And Suki is upset at Natalie. Not like crazy upset, but it's like, you chose her to go to the next round for what? Did y'all hear Peaches? By the way, Peaches is the one with the Jonathan chair. She in the background like, oh, oh, Power Ranger fight. Oh, oh, Suki, get her. Oh, oh. Just being extra as hell, funny as hell. But now we're on the last set of girls for this episode. And, you know, one of the girls raps and Tommie really like her. And then another girl who they pass the mic to, they're asking her like, oh, what makes you a bad girl? Or it was one of those questions like, Suki told her to read the girls. So she ends up doing that. And a girl comes from the back like, oh, the reason I look like this is because I've been breaking up fights all day. And the girl said, oh, well, you came out your house like that. And they just start brawling. Okay, before we get into my last opinions, let me just say that there was a girl from New Jersey. She lives in Cali though. Her name is Amber Nicole. That who went on here, she showed out and I'm proud. Like, mind you, I did her makeup before, so that's the reason I'm doing this little shout out. But now let's get into my opinions on this whole Baddies Part 2 situation. Before I give my opinions, just know they are my opinions. They are allowed, so are yours, but watch how you talk to me down below. Also, I'm not bashing anyone. I'm just stating once again my opinion, how I feel, because one, I watched the show, like I'm watching this ratchet crap and it's pure entertainment to me just until they take it a little bit too far. Anyways, let's get right into it. So let me just say Bree and Scotty was acting super tough. Tommie was drunk. Jayla, Rolly, Bree, and Scotty were the mean girls of the group. Bree was quiet the whole season. Her and Scotty were quiet the whole season. And to act like this during the audition was super corny. Scotty even said she was in a fighter, but you're here jumping in every fight that you can. And for Jayla to be spiritual, she was super mean to these girls, instantly nexting them, cutting them off. It was just very cringy and ugh to watch. Like, come on. And then another thing, Jayla and Scotty were giving tickets to girls who were dressed nice and who was twerking. Yeah, what? So this whole audition was just a joke. But that is my opinion, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you tune into next week for part 3, and see you soon.